Now I'm going to take that video I just made on the iPad, and I'm going to show you how you can easily edit it in the iPad itself. Now the software I'm using, it's a $4.99 bit of software, and it is called iMovie right here. This is what comes normally on the Macintoshes. So I'm going to click on iMovie, and you can see how really easy this is to do. You can do all kind of fancy stuff with it. So I'm going to create a new project, and I'm really not doing this as a tutorial for iMovie, more as just a overview of how you can do some of this. And if we need to do a video on this later, we can always do this. So I'm going to create a new movie. And this sorts out the video that I've made on my iPad in the past. So this is the one I just filmed, so I'm going to click on that one. And see, it has for the little arrow to show to import that into this video. So you can see it puts that video down here on the timeline already. I can play the video. I can also videotape how to use the iPad, where you just video something with the iPad, and then we can use the software on the iPad. I think it was about $4.99, and how we can videotape with the iPad. And this is unfortunately my craft room, and we can edit on the iPad and load it straight up to YouTube from the iPad with only a $4.99 app. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Okay, so that's the video I just made prior to this. So what you can do is go in here and edit it. There's all kind of cool things you can do with this. It's got a lot of built-in jazzy features. So this is the video timeline, and if you click on this button here, it breaks it up and separates the audio and the video from each other. So let's say I want to deal with some of the clips. I can double-click on the timeline here, and it tells me my clip settings. I can turn the audio on or off. I can delete the clip. Now this is all one clip, so I don't want to delete this whole clip right now, but I can also set the title style, so it's on none. So I can hit opening, and then I can type my title in here. So I want the title in the beginning of it. Here's my little block. I just type this to start typing it. And so there's my title, and let's go back and watch with the title. Go back to the beginning. I can also videotape how to use the iPad. So that's how it looks. So if I wanted to record some video right now in the middle of this, I can hit the record button here, the camera button, and there's audio where I can record some audio. And now I can just record anything right now, which I don't want to. You can also add music. If you have music on your iPad, you can add the music to the background here. Now you want to be very careful about that, because your music should be copywritten. Okay. Now you see, like I said, the title's way over here on the side. That's because this is the whole screen size. My video just shot this angle. I should have had it turned sideways to video this, but this is the way, the orientation of the iPad. So that's why it looks like my title is way off to the side. Now that's the style of this particular clip. I mean, the particular title style. So you can pick a location so that when you're load it, it's going to show where your location. It says Baton Rouge Metro Ryan Field Airport, but I'll just put Baton Rouge in general. There we go. So now my location is set. Now I can also go into the settings of this up in this the little gear, and this will allow me to pick different project settings overall. Like if I wanted it to look like a CNN report, you can click on the CNN iReport. You can let the theme music play. You can loop background music, and so you just click these different themes and let it play. I can also videotape how to use the iPad where you just video. So that's kind of cool looking because it would actually show the location if you were doing a report on, we did a field day or we have some event going on at the Hammond Research Station. It would actually show on the little map your location, have your title for it. So that's a kind of cool little setting. You can also go back in here and just play with all these different little settings here to do like a travel one. And you can kind of see in the background what it looks like. News, bright lit, the playful one. This one's kind of cute. And you just play something with the iPad. So that's kind of a cute, quick little way that you can put some videos together here. Now you can click the little question mark at the top and it's going to show you all the different features here on the iPad. So if I want to clip a chunk out the middle of this, let me take that off. And then we can use the software on the iPad. I think it was about $4.99. See, I want to take out that $4.99 thing I said. When you tap it, you get the two little the yellow lines here. That means that I can edit this clip. So what you would want to do is you'd probably want to take two of these. So I'd want to add this line, this video again. Okay, so now we've got two of them. I'll put this one to the back side of this one. So I put two clips on there of the same video. So when I clip this first one and then I'll clip the second one, they'll fit together. So I'll take just the first half of this one. If there's a middle section I don't want, I'll take up to that point on this one. And then I'll take from the back end to here on this one, clipping out the center piece. And then when I play them together, it'll all be consistent. Does that make sense? So I put two videos on there. Since I can't, it's hard to clip something right out the middle, I'll just cut the first half down and cut the second half down and then they'll mend together. Now I'm going to where you just video something with the iPad and then we can use the software on the iPad. Let's play it again. Video something with the iPad and then we can use the software on the iPad. So now I can take that part out of here. So I'm going to drag this and now let's play that. $4.99. So I'm going to take that out. And how... Okay, so I just took that clip out. So now if I play it from the beginning, we shouldn't hear the $4. I can also videotape how to use the iPad where you just video something with the iPad and then we can use the software on the iPad and how we can videotape with the iPad, and this is unfortunately my craft room. Okay, so there we go. So I can also from here put me a closing, let me put the same, let's see, do we have something better we want to do? Let's do this modern looking one and let's see how that looks. And we can edit on the iPad and load it straight up to YouTube from the iPad. Okay, so now I want to put a closing style. So, let's play it from... Use the iPad where you just video something with the iPad and then we can use the software on the iPad and how we can videotape with the iPad, and this is unfortunately my craft room. So we can also change this transition here. If we don't like, see that's a transition, so we could just say it's on the cross dissolve. We could use none and it would just jump from one scene to another. There's all these different transitions. We can use the one that's part of the theme. This is the second, how long it takes for the transition. So I'm going to leave it at the theme because I kind of want to see what that looks like. The software on the iPad, I think it was about 99 cents. Yeah, that one's not too fun. So let's, if you hit the little arrow here where the dissolve is, you can see both videos, both instances of the video, and you see, remember the first one, I used just the beginning. I'm editing out the end of it, and the second one I'm editing out the beginning of it and I'm playing the end because there was this little segment right in the middle I wanted to cut out. So there's all these different ways that you can play with this. You can also import lots of images in here, make a photo collage real easily in here. It's a lot of fun. I've played with it for my business. I've played with it for just, you know, videoing things around the house, the dogs, whatever. It's automatically saves, so you don't have to keep worrying about keep going back and saving it. So my video is saved, so I want to go back and upload it. Now I'm finished with my video. Go back to the front screen. So here's my video right here. I can also upload this to Facebook, YouTube, anywhere once it's completed. You can also just save it to your camera roll and email it to yourself if you want to. So I'm going to just save that, and I'm going to make it as small as possible just because I videotaped this at a low resolution anyway. So this will eat up some space, so you do want to make sure that after you email it to yourself that you delete it, because it will take up a lot of space on your iPad. But this is how you can use iMovie. Again, $4.99 app when I purchased it a while back. A lot of fun, a lot more stuff than you can do just right here. This would be a whole workshop in itself, but I just wanted to show you that you can use an iPad to videotape and edit your videos. Now you could also just export this after you videotape it and pull it into something else on your computer and edit further.